Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another week. So this is gonna be our weekly analysis. Currently, we are in this day trade. After we saw some Monday liquidity sweeps, all right, saw price going. Sort of the 1 hour time frame. Trade is currently a drawdown. Saw price this morning during London session going all the way to take out liquidity. So this is what normally happens on Monday London session. We normally see sideways liquidity sweep. As you can see, price went all the way up during the early hours of London session, wiped out all the stop loss here, then came down to this level, wiped out all the stop loss. So technically, this should be the complete cycle of the normal Monday liquidity sweep. So what we're expecting from this trade, before we go to the overall analysis, I'm just trying to break down this trade. So we took that trade because of the completed cycle of liquidity sweep and price retracing into our golden zone. And then there was a 1 minute, I think 5 minutes or 1 minute setup over here. So just targeting 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, if that takes us out, we'll wait for price to retrace down into go further into the point of interest now, possibly tapping trend line to continue. But this is where I'm going to be risking more because we'll be having a supporting trend line over here. So, but that is just for the day trade. Now, if price happens to break below this level, then I think this week is going to be a little bit bearish for crypto. But I don't see that happening though. The only thing is the worst case scenario I see here is price coming down to tap this trend line because this is the only this is the nearest 4 hour trend line, as you can see, that is holding this reversal that we have been trading so far. So let's take a look at our swing position on BTC. Um, sorry guys, BTC. I'm busy. So let's take a look at our position right here on BTC. So this is our swing position on BTC, and we are currently in profits, though we took TP1 over here, which is what around 16800. Then we are seeing this retracement. So basically this retracement is just that stuff I just showed you from that day trade, which is this closest trend line. So possibly price is coming to tap this trend line, but the reason we took that trade is because we already tapped into golden zone. So it's either price taps into golden zone or taps trend line. Then it gives you a setup, then you take the trade. You don't need to, you are not looking for a perfect entry, you are just following your trading system. So we are still holding this trade. There's nothing to adjust in this trade. Stop loss is already at 111,500. So your stop loss should be there. Now let's take a look at gold. There's nothing really much to talk about this week. Let's take a look at gold or gold swing. Now we might not be taking much gold day trades because gold has been ranging since Monday last week. As you can see, we've seen this up and down, no clear direction. So day trades here has been a little bit rusty. So we are not going to be taking day trade until we see gold coming out of this range over here. So either to the downside to tap this trend line. And if we say tap on this trend line during the week, then we might take either add position or take a day trade or something like that. So, but right now, gold is in go area. All right. And another thing is that we know gold kind of correlates with BTC sometimes when when liquidity is poured into the market. So we might see this affecting BTC, but um, that being said, we'll continue to look out for opportunities on the long run. But right now, this swing trade on gold still holds. Stop loss around 3,595. Then TP is around this area. So we've been holding this trade since Monday last week. So it's like a week old swing position. So we'll continue to hold it. Now, another asset that we might want to look into this week is Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq has actually been trending to the upside, creating, I don't think, new all-time highs here. So we're going to be looking forward to taking a swing position on Nasdaq. So, but I'm still um, looking forward to a retracement. So we're going to be following these trend lines over here. We're going to be following this trend, and the only issue I have with taking trades here right now is because of this the steepness of this trend line. But what I'm going to do, what we're going to do is that on the 1 hour time frame, we'll be looking at possible points of interest, which price might retrace to. So in this case, we have this level over here, which can serve as a zone. All right. Then if we take our Fibonacci, so I will want, irrespective of regardless of the trend line, I would want to see price, all right, coming down a little bit to this or closer to the golden zone. Because one thing about Nasdaq, it doesn't really respect golden zone like BTC and gold. So I will be expecting price to come down here, then we can take a swing position and ride along this particular trend. But if we don't see that, what I will want to do, or what we're going to do, is that we're going to monitor these trend lines and see if we're going to get strong daily or 4 hour bullish engulfing candle around this area. Then we'll take a buy and just place our stop loss below this swing low over here, then ride along the trend. So that's basically what we're expecting from Nasdaq. So that is all we are looking at in the market right now. We're looking at the market right now. So if this day trade we are holding hits stop loss, then it simply means that we should be expecting BTC to retrace down to this trend line. Then we can take a trade with a larger risk to reward from this zone over here. So let's see how it goes, guys. All right, take care, guys, and do have a lovely trading week ahead.